If you unlocked Rebirth in NBA 2K23 or are simply just looking for a new build to make, this is the build for you. This is the tallest ISO build in NBA 2K23 with over 88 plus badges. This build can dunk, dribble, shoot, play elite defense, and get maxed physicals. Don't believe me? Then let's waste no time and get straight into how to make this build. Drop a like on the video, 10,000 likes, and I'll get this build to 99 overall. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. 1 million subscribers on the way. And let's get into this video, man. Let's get it. What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Henry, aka Double H, back at it with yet another banger. And in today's video, I got a crazy build for y'all, okay? I was in the build creator for mad long making this build. So drop a like on this video if you guys want me to get this build to 99 overall and show y'all some gameplay, because this build is absolutely crazy. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. 1 million subscribers on the way. But look, y'all, like I said, I was in the build creator for probably at least 6-7 hours after I unlocked the Rebirth. And all you have to do is just become a starter in my crew to get Rebirth. But anyways, I unlocked Rebirth and I went ahead and went to the build creator to make my new ISO build. So we're going to go ahead and show you guys exactly how I made this build. So if you guys remember the first ISO build I made, that build is still very good. I'm still going to be using that build on current gen as well. But this build is going to be a little taller, kind of a little bit of the opposite when it comes to some of the stuff I said in that video and this build's playstyle. But I'm going to explain that a little further in the video. Let's start with position. Now, with position, you can go point guard, shooting guard, or small forward. It doesn't matter which one you go. So if you want to play point guard because you want to take advantage of some smaller players in my career, or if you want to play shooting guard because that's the position in Pro-Am you want to run, or maybe you want to play small forward because you want to start on a certain career team, or that's the position you want to play in the reg, then go ahead and do that. It don't matter. You have to go point guard, shooting guard, or small forward. I'm going to go point guard just to take advantage of some of the players in my crew that are smaller, and to also make the matchups when it comes to 2v2 to 3v3 a little more weird. And I feel like I would have a lot more mismatches in the park if I make it point guard. So we're gonna go ahead, make it point guard. I'm gonna go hand this left hand because that's what I always do. And of course, number 1 for Derrick Rose. So moving on from the vitals, we're gonna go to the body settings. Now the height, I was looking at 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", 6'10". I was looking at everything, okay? Because my first build was 6'6", and I wanted to make it something a little different, okay? Because that build's good, but I want to make just something different. And I wanted to go taller because I see a lot of stretch bigs are back. Taller players are looking really good. And after playing the game and seeing how the game works, I know that speed doesn't really matter that much. You can get away with a low ball handle, a low speed with ball. So we're gonna go 6'9". This build is going to be massive. Now when it comes to a weight, our last build was max wingspan because we wanted that strength. And we wanted that strength because we knew our driving dunk was gonna be low, so we needed to get bully. We needed to get that strength to push people out of the way to get those wide open layups. Now this build's a little different. Our driving's gonna be very good when we go to the stats. So our weight, our strength does not need to be good. And we're already 6'9", so if we go up with the weight, our speed with ball is just going to get lower and lower, and speed with ball is more important than speed. So we want to go as low as possible. We want to get that 76 speed with ball. Now you can go up 2 pounds to go with 187 pounds because it's not really going to affect anything. It's just going to give you plus stats. It's not going to make your speed with ball go down, and it's not going to make your acceleration go down either, which is another thing. We do want high acceleration, and this is what that low weight is also going to do for us. Now with the wingspan, I usually always just go max wingspan. With this build, as you can see, if I go max wingspan, I'm going to get an 82 3-pointer. And after almost like what, 4 days of everybody playing the game, a lot of people have noticed that there are full bars when you get to a certain low 3-pointer, and it's around 78, 80, and I don't want to have an 82 3-pointer. My last build had an 85 3-pointer, and I can literally shoot from anywhere. There's no full bars. I get a bunch of greens. So I want to do that with this build as well. This build is almost like a stretch point forward that can just do everything. Like I want to be able to shoot lights out at 6'9", and if I can do that, then I'm going to be able to shoot over people, and people are not going to be able to get contests on me. So we're going to go with the 7'4" wingspan, which is already a long wingspan itself because we're 6'9", so it's not like we don't have a long wingspan. And then body shape, you can go with whatever you want. I'm going to go define. I think this one looks the best for this build. So we're going to go ahead and continue and go on to the stat. Now, in my last build video, I always said, oh, you have to like pick one of these 5 things and have it not be good. And I picked finishing for it to not to be good. But that's because we were a faster build and we had our strength max. With this build, we're not going to be as fast because after playing the game, I know you can get away with a lower speed with ball. And I'm going to have almost no strength because this build's finishing is going to be so good to the point where I don't need bully, okay? Now, I'm also going to show you guys gameplay in the tester of me using this build at 99 overall with random animations and jump shots and show you why that this is the way. So let's go ahead and start with our driving stats. We're going to put our layup to an 80. This is going to give us the fast layup animations and the best layup packages in the game. Driving dunk, we're going to go ahead and put that to an 86 to start because 85 is going to give us the contact dunks and 86 is going to give us gold limitless takeoff. Then we're going to put our standing dunk to a 75. This is going to be a very underrated stat for this build. We're going to unlock standing dunk animations that are going to be very good for this build, especially since it's 6'9". We're just going to be dunking on people down low with standing dunks. That's something I'm very excited for this build because I usually never get to upgrade standing dunk, and it's definitely a very good stat. Then we're going to put our close shot to a 76, and that's going to give us 18 finishing badges. And we're going to put our driving dunk plus 1 more just to give us 19 finishing badges. Now, we're going to add more finishing badges later, but we're going to move on to shooting first. Like I said, I wanted that 85 3-pointer. We could get 86, but I'm going to stick with 85. Put our free throw down a little bit. So there we go. Now that's 19 shooting badges. We're going to put our mid-range up to a 76, which is going to give us 21 shooting badges. Now I'm going to add some more shooting badges later, but before we do that, let's move on to playmaking. So playmaking, I'm going to get a max ball handle, 87 ball handle. That's going to give us gold quick first step as a 6'9" player. Speed with ball is going to be a 76. Now, trust me, in game, it's actually very fast. I thought 76 speed with ball would be a little slow, but I was wrong at first, okay? 76 speed with ball is very fast on the court. And then I'm going to put my pass accuracy up until we have 21 playmaking badges. So our passes are going to be very fast with this build as well. And I'm actually going to add more playmaking badges later as well. So as you notice, we have very good stats in driving, shooting, and playmaking. And I also mentioned that I'm going to add more badges in all 3 of those soon. Yes, I am. I know it's crazy. We have all these stats. You're like, there's no way you're going to have enough for defense and physicals. Oh, wait, just wait, because this is a defensive build. We're going to go ahead and put our perimeter defense to a 79 at first. And then we're going to put our steal to an 85. And then we're going to put our block to an 81 at first. So let's do that. Our offensive rebound to an 86 at first. And our defensive rebound to an 81 at first. And then our interior defense to a 67 at first. Now, as you can see, after every stat I just upgraded, I said at first because these are not going to be our final. Because these are not going to be our final defensive stats. Now, as you can see, look at this badge count. I mean, you're probably thinking I don't have enough for physicals. Oh, we're going to have enough for physicals. We're going to go ahead and go with a 78 speed because that's going to be a little higher than our speed with ball. And technically, there's no point of having a faster speed than your speed with ball because you're going to be a 76 speed with the ball in your hands regardless. So this speed stat is really just when you don't have the ball. So we'll go with 78. Acceleration is more important than speed, so we're going to go with an 81 because that's when you hold on to the right trigger to run. And then we're going to go with a 75 vertical so we can get and unlock those contact dunks that we put our 87 dunk at for a reason. And then we're going to put our stamina to a 95 so when we get gym rat, we have a 99 stamina. Now, we don't get a 95 stamina yet, so we're going to leave it at 91 for now. Now, you could go with this badge count right here and make this build and get the exact same build name I'm going to have, but that is not what I'm going to do because as you can see, we're going to change around our finishing, shooting, playmaking, and defense really quick. So with we're not going to get silver ankle, we're not going to get silver anchor, and we're not going to get silver clamps, and we're only going to get bronze in each of those categories. And I want silver for both of those. I think that's pretty valuable. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is put our offensive rebound down to a 76. I'm going to put our defensive rebound down to a 66 because once again, this build for me is going to be an ISO guard build. I know it's 6'9", but that's what I'm going to use it as. It can play center too if you wanted to. It can really do anything. You can adjust this build however you want, but This is what I'm going with. You can adjust it. You don't have to do exactly what I do. But I'm gonna do I'm gonna put the rebound down a little bit. Then we're gonna put the block. Then we're gonna put the block up to an 87 so I can get that silver anchor. And then we're gonna put our perimeter defense to an 86 so I can get that silver clamps. And I think this makes our defense way better. I know we lost 3 defensive badges, but I counted the tiers up. I wouldn't have been using those on any good badges anyways, so I'd rather unlock silver clamps and silver anchor and get 3 less defensive badges and have way better defensive stats and use way better defensive badges, if that makes sense. So now we can put our stamina to a 95, and then with the last stats, you can put this wherever that you want. You can put it a little higher on the interior defense, get a 70 interior defense. You can go ahead and put it on a rebound, steal, perimeter defense. You'd only get +1 in these. Really anywhere you're only going to get +1, mid-range, pass accuracy, close shot, layup, driving dunks. But what's crazy about this is you only get +1 in most of these, but guess what you can get +2 in? Speed. So we're actually going to have an 80 speed on a 6'9 player. Pretty crazy. 81 acceleration and a 76 speed with ball. I'd rather just put that +2 on speed than get a +1 in these other stats. I feel like, even though I did say speed isn't as important as speed with ball, yes, that's true, but I feel like having a +2 speed is more important than anything else I could do with the rest of these attributes. So we're going to go ahead and put that in 80 speed. Now, earlier in the video, I said I'm going to add more driving, shooting, and playmaking badges. Yes, we are, because when you become a starter in my career, you get +4 badges. And I'm going to explain to you why 19, 21, 21, and 23 matches up perfectly with how all these tiers are set, where you can put a +1 on driving, +1 on shooting, and +2 on playmaking and get the best badge setup of all time. So that's going to leave us with a badge count of 20 finishing, 22 shooting, 23 playmaking, and 23 defense, which is going to give us a total of 88 badges. Now, I'm going to show you exactly why we upgraded all of this just like it is and what badges we're going to be using in just a moment. Anyways, I mean, just look at this build, bro. I mean, we have everything we need. We have an 87 dunk for contact dunks. We have an 80 layup. We're going to be standing dunking on dudes in the paint, 75 standing dunk, 85 three-pointer. We're going to be shooting from half court, 87 ball handle. We're going to be unlocking a bunch of dribble moves, 78 pass accuracy. We're going to be dotting people all over the court, 86 perimeter, 85 steal, 87 block. We're doing everything on defense. 80 speed, 81 excel, 95 stamina, 75 vertical. This build is absolutely insane. And the reason we get all these extra stats is because we're a little slower with this build, and we didn't upgrade our strength. That is why this build is such an all-around build. And I'm going to show you why that these 2 flaws with strength and a little lower speed don't even matter, because the strength won't matter because of how high our finishing is, and the speed doesn't matter because we're so much taller and lengthier and so much faster with the badges that we're gonna have that it won't even be noticeable. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue, start with the talking, and let's look at the takeovers it unlocked. Slashing takeover, shot creating takeover, sharpshooting takeover, and lock takeover. I mean, those are the best takeovers in the game. We can put on easy blow-bys. We can put on ankle breaker shots. We can put up on limitless range, spot of precision, extreme clamps. What I'm going to do is put on limitless range and extreme clamps. I think that's going to be pretty overpowered, this build, especially with how easy it is to get team takeover when you're in the park. But I can change that whenever I want to get Mamba mentality. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue. Yes, this is the My Player we want to build. And here we go. The build is compared to both of the Ball brothers and Penny Hardaway. And this is called an inside out scorer. And that's exactly what it is. It can score inside, outside the paint, and play defense outside and inside the paint. Anyways, let's go ahead and show you guys the badges for this build that I'm going to be rocking. Now, big reason I upgraded the build the way I did is because of the badges. I think that that's a very important way to look at it, so we're going to look at it that way. So let's start with the finishing. And another thing I forgot to say is this build is so glitchy because a lot of the good badges are not in tier 3. They're in tier 2 and tier 1, so they are a lot cheaper. So not only do we have a high badge count on this build, but we're also going to have way more badges because for some reason with this build, the best badges are not even in the highest tier. And one of those badges is Slithery Finisher. We're going to put that on silver. How is that a tier 1 badge? That is one of the best finishing badges. Fearless Finisher. How is this not a tier 3 badge? I don't know. We'll take silver. Same with Little Miss Takeoff. I'll take that on gold. Posterizer, we're going to core that badge and put it on silver. And then we're going to put Rise Up on bronze for our standing dunks. And then we're going to put Masher on bronze for now. But when we get that +4 for being a starter in my career, I'm going to use one of the +1s, and I think you should too, to put on finishing so we can get silver Masher. So just pretend like we have silver Masher. This is a crazy finishing lineup here. I mean, this is insane. And we're 6'9" with a 7'4" wingspan. Anyways, moving on to the shooting, we're going to go ahead and go with gold amped. I don't like, that's a tier 1 badge. That's crazy. We're going to go with silver agent threes, and we're going to go with gold guard up, and then we're going to go with silver limitless range, which is absolutely crazy on a 6'9" build, and you need an 85 3-pointer for this. This is another reason why we went lower on the wingspan, so we can get silver limitless range on a 6'9". Absolutely crazy. And then we're going to go ahead and put blinders on silver. You can put Deadeye on silver instead of blinders if you want, but I'm going to go with blinders instead. Low-key, Deadeye could be a good option. I might switch that up because we're so tall and lengthy that it'll be harder to contest us with that. Anyways, I'm going to go with that for now. And then we're going to go with Gold Space Creator. This is a very good badge. This is the only shooting badge that you can actually break ankles with. That's literally crazy. We're also going to use our second of our +4 badges on shooting and put a +1 to shooting so we can get Hall of Fame Space Creator on this build. So pretend like we have Hall of Fame Space Creator. This is a crazy shooting badge setup for a 6'9" player with limitless take and a 7'4" wingspan. Playmaking badges, we're going to start with silver mismatch, gold quick first step, and gold ankle breaker. Now we're going to unlock those tier 3 badges. We're going to go ahead and core unpluckable, and then we're going to put handles for days on silver. And then for now, we're going to put bronze killer combos, but I'm also going to use our last 2 of our 4+4 badges for becoming a starter in my career. We're going to put both 2 of those last ones into playmaking, so I'll be able to unlock silver killer combos, so pretend like we have that. And then I'll also be able to put on Hall of Fame ankle breakers, so pretend like we have that. So just imagine that for a second. Not only are we going to have Hall of Fame Space Creator, but we're also going to have Hall of Fame ankle breaker. Oh my gosh. This is ridiculous. We're going to be breaking, and we get ankle breaker shots as a takeover. This build is going to be breaking everybody's ankles. Moving on to the defense, we're going to go ahead and go with silver glove to start. Now, I've heard a lot about this badge. This badge is overpowered. You get so many on-ball pluck steals with this. We're going to go ahead and have it on silver. Challenger, gold, clamps, silver. We're going to go ahead and core anchor silver. I mean, I don't know how so many of these defensive badges that are good are not in tier 3 on this build. We have all of the good ones in tier 1 and tier 3. So now we can also put gold chase down. We still have defensive badges left over. We can put on gold interceptor. We can put on silver interceptor, and we can put on gold menace. I mean, we literally have every badge we could need. I don't need any of these other badges. You know what I'm saying? Like, personally, I don't even want rebound chaser, pogo. I don't want post lock. I don't need any. I don't want any of those. We have the best ones. We have them all maxed out for our tiers. So that is absolutely ridiculous on how this badge setup is looking right now. Now, before we get into the gameplay, I know a lot of you were commenting in my last video, how do you upgrade it to 85? How do you upgrade it to 90, etc., because that's a really big deal, especially in next gen. So here's a screenshot of what I would do if I were to upgrade it to 85. And then if it's a rebirth, this is what I would do if I were to upgrade it to 90 at first. And then after you do these upgrades, whether it's 85 or 90, I would focus a lot on defense afterwards. The reason the pass accuracy is so high at first because the passes are so much slower without it, and I feel like in my curve, you're going to grind badges, and overall throwing lobs is huge, and you're going to need that higher to do that. So yeah, anyways, moving on to the gameplay. But look, y'all, I got a little bit of gameplay for y'all, like I said, just in the builder test, so nothing crazy. But look, I'm making heavily layups with this build, so I don't need that strength that we were talking about. I mean, I was making so many contested layups because I'm so tall, my finishing is so high, and I have a bunch of driving badges, and look at, I'm still moving fast. I mean, they gave me the default drill moves and a default jump shot, and I was still going crazy. And you're gonna also see that I was shooting over Lonzo Ball, who is 6'6", because he couldn't get a contest on me. I mean, look at that. That's looking like a stretch big from 2K19. I'm not gonna lie. Zion driving in on me. Yeah, I don't have strength, but guess what? I have all the defensive badges and stats. I'm sending his shit to the crowd as well. Jason Tatum with lock take. And yo, we can still combo up. We can still dribble up. Jason Tatum lock take. We shooting overdose. This is a stretch big. This is a point four. This is a lockdown. This is slasher. This is the all-around rebirth build. I'm telling y'all, man, this build is gonna absolutely be insane. Look at no energy, doesn't matter, making the contested layup. Y'all need to drop a like for this build because this build is crazy. I cannot wait to get to the park and get this build to 99 overall. I'm gonna be going crazy in the city with this build. So yeah, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, because I can't wait to drop gameplay with this build. Look at, even if you miss the first layup, we have an offensive rebound. We have the badges to get that back. And baby Lonzo Ball, look at heavily layup. It doesn't matter, it's going in. I mean, this build is literally a glitch, y'all. I don't know what to tell you. You can shoot over, make it tested, play defense, dribble. It has the physicals. It can do it all, and that's why it's called the all-around rebirth build. Rate my drip 1 to 10 right quick before y'all exit out the video. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, we looking drippy out here. But like I said, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. It's been your boy Henry, aka Double H, and I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.